Today we're going to talk about fraction partitive division with 2/5 divided by 7/3. So partitive division means that you start with a fixed amount and give an equal amount to a fixed number of groups and count how much you have left. So we want to find how many pieces are in one whole. So our equation again is 2/5 divided by 7/3. So as a word problem, this would be I have 2/5 brownies, which is enough to make 7/3 of a batch. How many brownies would be in one batch? So the brownies would be the pieces and the batch would be the whole. So our first step is to work with our 7/3. Each whole is split into 3 parts because 3 is the denominator, and this says how many parts the whole needs to get cut into. As you can see, I have that drawn out right here. Now, I shaded in 7 because 7 is the numerator, and that tells us how many pieces of the whole we want to consider. Next, we want to separate each piece into their own. So we would split each piece into 5 pieces because we're putting the 2/5 into the 7/3. So we split into 5 pieces because 5 is the denominator and 2 is the numerator, so we would shade 2 out of the 5 in, which I have right here. We only need to really focus on one piece because 1 is one batch. So if I moved it over here, it is 1 piece of the 7. Now we can make it an equation right here and have 2/5 times 1/7 because it is one of the 7 pieces. So you have 2/5 of a brownie and can separate it by showing 2 parts of the 5 equal parts. And you have to remember the 3 because each whole is made up of 3 pieces, so we'd have to multiply by 3. So if we wrote it out, it would be 2/5 times 1/7 times 3/1 because the 3 represents the 3 whole groups. Now you can rewrite that into 2/5 times 3/7. So this is why we can invert and multiply because the original problem was 2/5 divided by 7/3, but we changed that and made it 2/5 times 1/7 times 3/1. So we flipped the second fraction and multiplied it. Now we can do 2 times 3, which equals 6, and 5 times 7, which equals 35, which would be the denominator. Now we can know that there are 6 out of 35 35ths brownies that is in one batch.